Exactly.
You should have known not to do that.
And I like how you said that because it's just like the thing what he said with Mike Tyson. She got in his limo. Like, you're going to the celebrity. Like, I was watching his documentary. Like, I don't know if it's the same chick, but basically she ended up going into the hotel with him and then tried to claim rape.
This is this new
This is a
one is
whole
a
nother
different
chick.
woman because
Yeah.
he
This is
got
a new girl.
convicted of the last one, but then she admitted lying.
And see,
about it.
and that is just weird because we have so many cases where like a rapper bring you backstage and like, hey, let's go to my hotel room, let's go to do this, and you be like,
What you think you finna play Chutes
what
and
do you
Ladders?
think?
What you
Because
think you
in your
finna-
mind, I feel like back in the back of
finna
your
Netflix
mind,
and
you already
chill.
know what's going on, like, and you really
You
down
there
for
for it,
whatever.
really.
You probably just feel like, okay, now at this point I'm in too deep. I don't really want to do this, but at the same time, it's like, do you really not
It
want to
makes
do
me
it
feel
because
like
you
they do
wouldn't
it
be
for they
here.
do it for a check.
It's
They
called
really wanna just,
plausible
like,
deniability.
I mean, if you
It's plausible deniability. If you keep yourself in a gray area with a lot of situations, you can claim plausible deniability with some stuff. Like, oh, I just didn't know, and it's like,
How did you not know?
and you can say, how did I not know? But if this person, like, usually when you're doing that for a player, you're talking to somebody and you're like, hey, let's go back to my room to listen to music or have a nightcap or something. People usually end up using that as plausible deniability because now it's like, oh, well, it was just a drink, or we were just going to watch Netflix. That's how Netflix and chill became. We
Netflix
all know what
and chill.
Netflix and chill
Yeah.
means.
Right.
For real,
Netflix,
but
you get to
we,
rub it
but
on
you
some
know,
pussy.
but how many people actually have actually? Oh no, I'm actually just going to watch Netflix
Right.
and just chill.
But then that goes back around to women aren't actually adults now. Even though we say that they are, we still operating in these instances with this type of thing. We're still
naiveness.
operating as if men have this unnamed, vague control over women, and women don't really like sex, and we don't really know what it is, and we don't really know what's going on, and we're naive, and he just told me, and he just, oh my God, we not still clutching pearls when you got a 300 body count and an OnlyFans. Like, we not still,
Dang.
why we still clutching pearls? Like, knock it off. Like, come on. Like, you 25, you've been doing what you've been doing since you was 15. You had 2 abortions at 18. Stop. Like, stop. I need you to knock it off. We only think about sexual assault in terms of penetration. This is why the onus get laid on men, because they can penetrate us. We don't, without an apparatus, can't penetrate them. So male sexual assault is actually downplayed, especially in the Black community. So many Black men, if you ask them, when did you lose your virginity? Oh, I lost mine at 12. How old was she? 35. That was my mama friend.
Always.
That was my mama friend. She was 35.
Same.
And we don't think that that's assault. We just say,
That is
oh,
assault.
dude, you got yours. He got his.
Y'all saw Antoine Fisher? That's assault.
No,
Yeah.
D. Ray Davis tell his story often.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
He had a
R. Kelly
His first-
told his actually.
his first interaction with women sexually was with 2 of his mother's friends, and they were like 30, and he was like 12.
Wow.
Yeah, but see,
He-
boys,
We don't
like,
see that
and
as
he-
assault.
see, but boys, we don't see that as us being a victim or nothing. We, you know what I'm saying? We
We're
looking at that
conditioned.
shit
Probably
like,
not until y'all older.
Yeah, till we all right.
Cause
You
your-
think
your
about
daddy
We're
it.
outside, you
conditioned.
say that's-
We're conditioned. It's not usually your daddy. It's your homeboy.
It allows
It's
women to be predators without being
Emotional.
called a predator.
It still go back to what I said, like, cause I remember being 12, like the conversations at the lunch table was all that. Like,
Yeah.
if it wasn't gonna be with the older person, it's gonna be with the person that's in your 5th hour. Like, I don't know. It's a thin line when it comes to stuff like that. Like with the age differences, like I don't know. It's a tricky line.
The women should be held accountable. They should.
Yeah.
Should it be a law when it comes to that? To like the underage, it got to be like a 2-year. You get a 2-year
I
grace
think
period.
doesn't Texas have like a Romeo and Juliet law? I vaguely remember. I don't know if it's still instituted, but like if you guys started dating like before 17, and you were like, let's say you 13 and 15, and then y'all keep dating, like as long as you got visible proof, like no, we've been dating since we were kids, and it's like because it does make sense at some point. Like, what if I'm like, I meet you at 9 and you're 6, and we stick together for some reason. Now, you know, and then
But
on
3
TV,
years
it's
make a difference from 2 years or
Yeah,
4 years.
but-
Should be like a,
but then when you look at stuff like that on TV, people, oh, y'all sticking in relationships, but it do get tricky in real life. Like, that's not good if you 16 and I'm 19. Nobody is gonna look at that favorably. And that's 3 years. Like, if you want to see where that line hits, nobody, and you can put it on the internet. Nobody will be okay with a 16-year-old dating a 16-year-old girl dating a 19-year-old boy. It just don't sound right.
Yeah,
they're also fine the other way around
Still
as
be
well.
a senior though. He fuck around, be a senior, still like it's.
Yeah, he could have started school.
It's
later.
only not favorable if the older party is a boy.
Yeah,
If it's a
always-
girl,
yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah,
It's not even
But-
statutory. Nobody's gonna
But
report
within,
that.
like when we're asking what that line is, usually like within 2 years, people aren't really saying anything. But usually it's about that third year or that fourth year where people really start being like,
all right, guys.
Like, okay.
what you doing?
So we done unraveled the real predators out here.
But then they start lying about that. You know, people lie about their age.
Yeah.
They used to.
I got a family member that lied about her age to her dude.
People in jail today
Ended up
because she lied about her age.
Ended up with 4 kids.
Well, the question then becomes, should we look at it the same with younger guys with older women as we do with older guys with younger women?
Yeah.
Yep.
Why? See, Lance is confused right now.
Yep. No,
I
we got to
mean,
look at it the same because if we
Lance
don't,
is saying no, Crimson.
Yeah.
I ain't saying that society shouldn't, but I just know as a boy, that's the shit. You know what I'm saying?
And see, and that's and we understand that, but it actually, like you said, that's when the slippery slopes get slippery and slopery because I did content just recently where little boys, toddlers, are being sexualized by women.
Now that's a problem.
Sexualized because we don't care if boys get sexualized. We don't care. They twerk on the little boy.
That's your
They
boyfriend.
let him
That's
feel
your
a booty.
girlfriend.
I done seen some videos.
They sexualize the little boy. The little boy. He don't know nothing about nothing. And here you are with your booty in his face thinking it's cute. Talking about, oh, he gonna be a little heartbreaker when he grow up. Because that's the slippery slope. Since we don't care about the 12-year-old boy getting molested by the 35-year-old woman, now we get down to some of these women are actual predators. So they'll prey on the little boy. Nobody thinks the woman is the predator because she can't penetrate that boy.